targets on Sunday. You see that I had to pause for dramatic effect because I don't have the video editor. So the whole new video was for the dramatic. No, we just had technical difficulties, and I'm not starting all over. So this is a second. This is part two video. Somebody be my video editor, please. Uh, Puka is the real deal. So gonna be on all our gambling slips from here till I don't care if they put his. I'll play Puka all the way up to 6.5 receptions right now with confidence. Getting 20 targets and 15 catches. Yeah, man, come on, sign me up. And Tutu Atwell is doing the same thing, just a little bit less, but yeah, they're gonna compete over there in LA. Okay, this one I like to pop my collar a little bit right here, because if you was listening in the first few videos or in real life when I was talking, I told you the Falcons was gonna be good. The Falcons are good. They are good. They have a top 5 pass defense in the league. This is a passing league, so they will always be able to compete with anyone who's going to throw the pill. The front seven has gotten better, but really it's just the philosophy of Arthur Smith, man. He's gonna run the ball. He's gonna run the ball, and then he's gonna run the ball. And it don't matter, especially when you got to do like Bijan right now. Bijan got to be a top 5 running back already in the league, right? Just off the eye test, right? Oh my, he so smooth and saucy. When we make the cut. He sets up defenders before this defender is getting set up to get juked before the defender even knows it. Like it's wild. It's wild. The dude has crazy vision. Um, but yeah, the Falcons are really good. So watch out. Um, Lions got hit by the injury bug pretty hard. David Montgomery going down. C.J. Gardner Johnson going down. Injuries are going to affect any team with hope. Um, but I wouldn't count them out. Still playing well. Still a top passing offense. Um, that's a game that's very interesting this weekend. Is Lions versus Falcons. Super interesting. Colts gonna be better sooner than later. It looks like Anthony Richardson. Man, once he develops as a passer, whoo, they just got to build up that defense and maybe get like a stud wide receiver. Michael Pittman's good, but like imagine Michael Pittman as a number 2 instead of a number 1 with like a dog number 1. Woo. Colts might be there, and clearly that division is more wide open than people wanted to give it credit for. Again, something I suggested in the first few videos. If you want to listen, so please listen and tell your friends to listen. Chargers gon' charge every time. They 0-2, man. They should be 2-0, but they 0-2 because the Chargers gonna charge when they charge out. They charge, charge. Oh man, I'm sorry, man. As a fan of an AFC West team, I can't get enough of it because it's just something that also it just never fails, never fails. Never fails. They got to get rid of that head coach. I think I'm never finna like. I don't. I hate to say that out loud. Like that man got a family to feed and food to put on the table. But like, what's the old saying, man? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. But then what did Cole say? I don't know if I can repeat it, but copyright. But fuck, fool me 3 times, fuck the peace sign. Bye. So it's time to say bye to Brandon Staley because it the late game execution and all that. There's no other thing that it could go down to except for coaching. It's the only thing I can think of. Um, but hey, keep them there for as long as you want, because it's gonna help us to keep doing what we do. Titans continue to be covering machines. One of the teams I told y'all watch out for and was my spicy take to win the AFC South. Looks like they should have lost to the Saints. And when they play the Saints again in Tennessee, they're gonna bring the Saints into their house. They're gonna whoop the Saints. Watch. Um, yeah, this Titans team is is gonna cover. They play hard for their coach, Derrick Henry, dog, and Tannehill isn't like the best, but he's significantly better than Malik Willis and them other dudes they had out there. So, the combination of Tannehill and keeping it simple, handing it off to Derrick Henry, and then playing really good defense, they have a really good D line. That's they're gonna cover some games, and they're gonna be in games with a chance to win. Bears look terrible. Bears look awful. Y'all forgot that was the worst team in the league last year, huh? uh, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to make of it though, man. Like some Bears fan, comment, hop on here, defend your boys. I know I got some Bears fans watching this right now. Please do something, cause I don't know. Man, we've all seen that viral picture of Justin Fields missing the seam route, right? Well, if you watch the video, he pump fakes at it like 2 times. So it's like, that ain't coaching, bro. He tried to throw his coaches under the bus today. That ain't coaching, bro. Let the pill fly. You an NFL quarterback. Let the pill fly. Then, Sure, it could be coaching a little bit, like have more design runs for him, please. Sure. But like situations like that, you just gotta let the pill go. Like that, and there's no coach throwing the pill for you. Like that's just gotta happen. James Cook, RB1 for the Bills, lock it in. Vikings, number 1 pass offense in the league. Interesting stat there, especially since Kirk Cousins sucks, right? That's what everybody. I mean, that's what everybody says. It's Kirk Cousins' fault. They got the number 1 passing offense in the league, but it's Kirk Cousins' fault. I don't know. I guess so. Um, Eagles. They looking kind of sus, ain't they? They looking kind of sus, ain't they? Maybe I should chill. That Vikings game was a lot. The depth, the game, the what's the word I'm trying to use? The disparity between the teams was larger than the score would have suggested. So maybe and they got some injuries. But I don't know, man. Like Jalen Hurts don't look as sharp as last year so far. Defense don't look as sharp as last year so far. Like right now, I would pick the Cowboys over them, to be honest, in that division. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, Eagles. We'll see. We'll see. All right. We'll go over some quick things for this Sunday. These games, I'm kind of leaning towards some things real quick, and then we'll go over Thursday Night Football and we'll get up out of here. So, Washington plays the Bills. I'm kind of leaning the over in that game. The Bills' defense has been kind of suspect, and like I just told you, Sam Howell is actually kind of the real deal. They put up 30 some points on the Broncos defense, and either the Broncos defense is sus or Sam Howell is nice. And if Sam Howell is nice, I'm taking the over in this game, a shootout for sure. With the Bills. I also like Brian Robinson rushing. I haven't looked at any official lines yet. Again, these are just leans. I haven't placed anything. But I'd also take a look at Brian Robinson rushing. He looks a lot quicker than he did last year. That gunshot wound is getting shaken off. He ain't worried about that no more. And the Bills are giving up a lot of rushing yards to run on the ground right now. So yeah, those are my leans there in that game. Jets versus Pats, I would lean under for sure. Not only just because Patriots defense, but also because Jets suck. We already talked about Zach. I shouldn't say the Jets suck. Zach Wilson is hot garbage ass water. So Zach Wilson will any game he's in has the potential to be under. Just remember that. Okay. So I think Bill will probably try to force the Jets to make Zach Wilson beat them. So yeah, I lean under. I lean Pats, obviously, probably Pats to cover, and I would also maybe sprinkle something on like a defensive touchdown. Why not? Right? Zach Wilson going some it could happen for sure. Uh, Chargers Vikings, another game I lean the over just because the Chargers defense been hella sus. They've been giving up so many passing yards, and I just told you that the Vikings are the number one passing offense in the league. So this game has the potential for Kirk Cousins to throw for 5,000 yards in one game. All right. So when that happens, I don't want to hear no more hate. He not throw for 5,000 yards, but you get what I'm saying, okay? Like Justin Jefferson could like stupidly eat in this game. I'm gonna be putting him in a mega lotto for Sunday, like as high as they will let me put his yards up. I'm gonna put that into like some sort of round robin ticket. Because the Chargers have been bleeding to the past, and like I said, the Vikings have been the number one passing offense in the league. So, uh, two other things I lean in that game: Addison yards, he's looked the part. Another sharp play I gave you in the very beginning of the season: Jordan Addison, Rookie of the Year. Okay, obviously Bijan's probably gonna win that, but like after Bijan, the other offensive rookies that you would have thought that would have stood out, Jameer Gibbs is getting brought along slowly. I mean, Addison's been 2 touchdowns in 2 weeks, significant part of the offense, and growing. Could probably still get that ticket. That future's at a nice price. I don't, Bijan's Bijan. You're kind of hoping for something weird to happen there. But yeah, Addison's over in receiving could be a sharp play there, and uh, both of the teams to score 2 touchdowns in each half. It's a specials prop. It's in FanDuel. It's under the scoring tab if you go into the game. But it's both teams to score 2 touchdowns in each half. So it would be 14 points in the first half, 14 points in the second half. The odds are the higher the over under, the lower the odds are at it. But you can, I mean, at a high over under, you can still get this bet at like a plus 600 or 700. So that's something else I would lean towards. Denver versus Miami. Denver's been getting shredded by the pass. Like I said, they might be suspect. Even with Patrick Surtain over there, they've been getting shredded, and they coming up against Miami, who's one of the most scarier passing offenses in the league. So Tua overs and the receivers overs is looking nice there. Houston versus Jacksonville. I don't want no parts of this game except for the receptions. Tank Dell, Nico Collins, Robert Woods. All three will be on some sort of reception uh ticket on Sunday for me, and I will probably even same game parlay all three of them just because CJ Stroud is throwing the ball that much. And if the Jags go up early, then they're gonna have to throw. So yeah, I like all three of those guys probably over on receptions. I would assume Tank's probably at three, and they're probably not. You could probably still find it at 3.5, and Nico might be going up to 5.5. Rob Woods might be going up to 4.5, but I would still play Rob Woods at 4.5. Nico at 5.5 is a little scary, but I'd still play it. Tank at 3.5, easy money. Um, New Orleans versus Green Bay. Is Taysom Hill a thing again? You know how they do with him. He be like a thing, then he don't be a thing, then he be a thing, then he don't be a thing. They got no running backs right now, so it looks like he's gonna be a thing. I think he had like 60 or 70 yards on Monday night. Um and and should have, probably was very close to vulturing a touchdown. So if you haven't, that's a savvy pickup right there. If you're playing fantasy, Taysom Hill, and I could see his over rushing hitting. I don't know, I haven't seen that prop out yet, but I could definitely see his over in rushing yards hitting if the prop comes out. I would for sure sprinkle. I would maybe even ladder his rushing yards if the alt lines were to come out because no Alvin Kamara. Kendre Miller is supposed to play this week, but he's a rookie. So let's say he starts messing up, short leash could be in play. You got Tony Jones there, but eh, so uh Taysom Hill definitely could be in play this week. And Green Bay. Listen, I told y'all, I told y'all before the season, man. Green Bay might be good. I think they might be good. I think Jordan Love is actually pretty good. And they they lost last week to a team that I just got done telling you I think is a really good team too. The Falcons. Like I think the Falcons are a good team. I think those are two very underrated teams playing, and the Falcons came out on top. Green Bay. I believe Green Bay wins this game. Honestly, I would lean Green Bay money line. Their defense is very underrated. I believe it's going to be in Green Bay as well. So Carr on the road in Wisconsin. I don't know. I'll take the cheeseheads on that one. To be honest, I've seen enough from Jordan Love that I don't care. I don't care. The dude they've been telling Aaron Jones out, Christian Watson out. It don't matter. He just finds who's ever open. And he put the ball where it needs to be. So that offense is scary to like pick a person who's gonna go off. It's almost like the Chiefs offense in a sense of like some of them might have 5 catches this week and a different person gonna have 5 catches this next week type thing. So but Packers are good. Packers are good. Detroit, Atlanta. I lean the under just because we got Atlanta who runs the ball a lot, and we got the Lions who have a really good run defense. That's not going to deter the Atlanta Falcons from running the ball. They're still going to run the ball. It doesn't matter. If they're down a touchdown or two, they're still going to run the ball. They're just going to stick to that process. So that's going to shorten the game, right? And so shortening the game, less points. You see where I'm getting at. Um, I would take Atlanta plus the points if the Lions are favored. We'll see where that goes, but I would take Atlanta plus the points. Tennessee versus Cleveland, another game I would go under. Two pretty stout defenses. The Cleveland defense is actually really good. Their run defense is solid. Um, all around D line solid. Miles Garrett out there playing and one mixtape with y'all saw that clip? He crossed the center up. This is not basketball, boy. Get off 2K. What the hell? Hey, that is crazy, man. I'm sitting down. If I'm playing football and Miles Garrett walks up to me and starts playing basketball and crosses me in football with a basketball crossover, I'm going and sitting down. Hey, eh, come on. Today ain't my day. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Muff out here using game breakers in the NFL, boy. Oh. Yeah, I lean under in that game. We got a good run defense against another good run game and two teams that run the ball a lot. Like this game's gonna be even shorter than the Detroit Atlanta game. So yeah, under and probably Titans in the points because they're gonna cover for sure, if not win outright. Colts versus Colts versus Baltimore. Baltimore. Colts have a good run defense, but that also might be a product of who they played. Right? They played the Jaguars, who run the ball okay, but They really want to give the ball to Trevor Lawrence and put the game in his hands. And then the Texans, who have completely turned into a pass offense. So that stat may be skewed a little bit. So I would be careful on that. Don't be afraid to bet rushing yards, but the Ravens running backs rushing yards. Whew, those are the only person I feel safe betting rushing yards on the Ravens is Lamar, to be honest. So but I would actually go the opposite this game and bet Lamar's passing yards. The Colts defense pass defense has been pretty sus this year, going against you know he's gave 380 some yards to a rookie quarterback. So either that rookie's really really good, or it's a little bit of that defense being kind of sus too. So it could be a little bit of both. But let's bank on that pass defense being a little sus. Carolina versus Seattle. I'm not belaboring that. I don't like talking about Carolina right now. I don't know why I don't like that team so much. I don't. I ah the defense. I feel bad for the defense, man. They got ballers over there. Like send Brian Burns to KC. My God, like I don't know. Seahawks money line though. That's it. That's the write up on that. Chicago versus Kansas City. Kansas City money line, and I say money line because I know I just got done calling the Bears trash. This game makes me nervous. Maybe it's because the last time I watched the Bears play in Kansas City, I was there and watched Jamal Charles tear his ACL. That shit sucked. And so I got bad juju around this game right now. And I might be the only person in the world, but my spider senses when it comes to the Chiefs are usually pretty tingly. Like they're pretty spot on. And this game makes me nervous. Because of two things, and they deal with the same person. Okay, it's Justin Fields. He makes me nervous, and the reason why he makes me nervous, one, is because his legs, his ability to run, his ability to be the fastest player on the field when he's out there, his ability to make off-script plays. The second reason why he makes me nervous is because of the interview today that he gave um, to the media. If you're unfamiliar, go look it up. A lot of people are saying he's throwing his coaches under the bus. You can definitely interpret it that way. But basically, my man was saying he didn't feel like himself out there, felt robotic, felt like he was being kind of told what to do, basically, right? Which brings me back to my okay, if we go back and look at that video, bro, you saw the pass. You should have just thrown the pass. But again, neither here nor there. The point is in that video, he specifically said, I'm excited to go out there this week and just say screw it and play my game and just play how I know how to play. And to me, what that translates to from Justin Fields is I'm going to run the ball 15 fucking times. If I look back and that dude's not open, I'm going to run. That's what I heard from him when he said I'm gonna play the game the way I know how to play the game, the way the way I know how to do it. Some of his complaints, he was, trying to reference that coaching was the issue. So all of that is a perfect storm, and I'm trying to interpret NFL speak, and I hear he's gonna run the ball a lot this weekend, which makes me nervous for the Kansas City Chiefs defense. But also, I think could be a spot to look at for on the gambling tip. Cardinals versus Cowboys. Not very much to talk about here. Got the pitiful Cardinals. We got the let's see what they gonna do Cowboys. Dallas defensive touchdown definitely would sprinkle something on this here. You could maybe even like get crazy and parlay Dallas defensive touchdown with New England defensive touchdown. Whoa! Imagine if that hits. Um, Cardinals total touchdowns under. I don't even know what it is, but under. Like unless if it's half, right? If it's 0.5, like and a touchdown beats you, don't take it because it's an NFL team at the end of the day, right? However, If it's 1.5, okay. If you go on there and you look at it and it says Cardinals total touchdowns 1.5, I would consider taking that. That means they would have to score 2 touchdowns on the Cowboys defense to beat you. And like just comparably, okay, right? Well, think of it like this. Who would you say's defense is stronger, right? The Chiefs or the Cowboys? I would say the Cowboys' defense is significantly stronger, right? Whose offense would you say is better, the Jaguars or the Cardinals? I would say the Jaguars' offense is significantly better. So as you see, I'm using the Jags Chiefs game as an example here. So you have a significantly better offense in the Jags compared to the Cardinals, and a significantly better defense in the Cowboys and compared to the Chiefs. And the Chiefs were able to hold the Jaguars to 9 points, 0 touchdowns. Okay, now you're taking a better defense in the Cowboys versus a worse offense in the Cardinals. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it's at 0.5 for the touchdowns. I wouldn't take it. That's scary to me. 1 touchdown kills you, but 1.5 could be tempting. Because I don't know if the Cardinals score 2 touchdowns on the Cowboys defense. They could maybe mess around and get one. I don't know if they're getting two. I don't know if they're getting two. Vegas versus Steelers. Steelers money line. Raiders don't look the best. Steelers don't look the best, really. Honestly, I might stay away from this game. Actually, I don't know. But a trend I am noticing: the Steelers are the worst team against running backs in the league right now. They are getting gashed. So, Josh Jacobs had like negative yards last week or something. So, big bounce back spot for Josh Jacobs. I would say so. And I would also say, like, okay, the Steelers played Christian McCaffrey and Nick Chubb, right? The Browns O line is no joke. So maybe they just got dealt a shitty hand. So maybe this game is also going to let us know, right? Okay, Josh Jacobs hasn't been good. Steelers haven't been good on run defense. So if Josh Jacobs has a day, then the Steelers' run defense being bad is a fact. If the Steelers' run defense bucks up, then maybe Josh Jacobs is just washed, right? So just narratives and storylines to keep track on there. Bucks versus Philly. I also am gonna stick with the trend of the under. Two really, really decent defenses with good pass rushes and decent players on the back end. I could see the pass rush giving Baker Mayfield some fits, and I could see the secondary in on the Buccaneers playing a good game just based off of that front seven, creating some pressure as well. So Jalen Hurts rushing yards could be sneaky good play here, just because hey, screw it, I'm just gonna pull it down and run it when they start getting close to me. So, those are some of my leans, ways I'm kind of like looking things I'm looking at for Sunday. Nothing's locked in. Haven't put any bets in yet for Sunday. Waiting for lines to come out, especially for receptions. A lot of those receptions lines are going to start coming out like closer to game time, just because of injuries or literally Vegas doesn't know how to price these right now. They do not know how to price these right now, and we got to strike while the iron's hot. So, um, yeah, look closer to Sunday for those NFL tickets. All right, real quick to wrap up the videos. um, we'll do some Thursday night football. Okay, I really don't like this slate. I don't this game, I should say. I don't like it because this is a perfect game for the books to make their money back. Perfect game. Okay, no one No one's giving the Giants a chance. They are minus 10.5. They are walking into the buzzsaw that is San Fran. I'm pretty sure, let me double check. It's in San Fran. Okay, so So New York has to travel from the East Coast all the way to the West Coast to play the best team in the league when they have clearly been one of the worst three teams in the league. No one's giving them a chance, but it's Thursday night football. And we all know what that means. Backdoor covers, favorites not playing well, low scoring ass games. It's Thursday. That's what it's weird. I don't know why it does it, but that's what it is. Um so with that being said, I'm personally going to stay away from the large spread, the 10 and a half. I'm going to stay away from that from the Niners, and I also I feel 0% comfortable um taking the plus 10 and a half with the Giants either, because the Niners could definitely come out here at home and smoke these fools by 20. Like that could for sure happen, because the Giants, I mean the Giants to me are a worse team than the Steelers for sure. So, and the Steelers got drubbed by the Niners. So I mean, but yeah, that 10, that's a scary number for me either way, because I could see, again, could see them blowing them out because the Niners are just better. Could see the Giants keeping it close because Thursday night is Thursday night, and that is literally the only reason why, like for real. So with that being said, okay, couple of sharper plays that I've targeted, that I might be looking at for tomorrow. Again, nothing I've locked in. However, I I really do. I have a same game parlay I really like. I'll drop that here on this video as well. I usually save those for the Discord, but I'm feeling nice, so I'll drop that here too. Um, so the plays, the more sharp plays I like. Niners first half spread -6.5. So that just means the Niners have to be winning at halftime by a touchdown. I think that should happen. I think that gives us enough time to um work through the potential slow start of what could be weird Thursday night games, right? So I could see the Niners being up by 10 at halftime, easily. So Niners first half spread -6.5. I love. Niners total points in the first half over 13.5. I love that too. The Niners have done that in both games. In week 1 and week 2, they've scored over 14 points in the first half, and have done it against significantly better competition. So they're facing the worst team they've played so far this year. I I easily expect them to score 2 touchdowns in the first half. Another one that's a couple more that are a little bit more, huh? San Fran. Uh, what's here? No, I'm not even gonna say that one. Nope, I don't like that one. Taking that one off right now. But this other one, I think I still like. First quarter total over 7.5. Okay, so that is both teams, right? Just the total points scored in the first quarter being 7.5. If the Niners don't score a touchdown in the first quarter, I will never bet on Thursday night football again. Not before the game. Like maybe live bets, but the the Niners are gonna score a touchdown in the first quarter. And if they, like, again, if they don't, then I just need to not bet Thursday night anymore, because Thursday night it sucks. Okay, so the 7.5, banking that the Niners scored year 7, you're really just asking either the Giants to put up any sort of points, right? A field goal or a touchdown, or the Niners to score again, or any sort, like a field goal or a touchdown, which I could see the Niners scoring 10 in the first quarter. I could see the Niners scoring a touchdown, the Giants getting a field goal. I could see the Giants maybe want some fluky Thursday night, they have the first 15 plays scripted. They go down the field and score a touchdown type thing. That would cash the first quarter over for sure. If the Giants were to score a touchdown in the first quarter, because if the Giants score a touchdown in the first quarter, and the Niners, again, I'm just staying away from Thursday night if that weird shit happens. So, um, and then my last two, again, these ones super sharp. Jalen Hyatt, okay, and Elijah Mitchell. All right, those guys separate. Don't parlay this, okay? But second half touchdown scores, okay? I like these because Jalen Hyatt, all right, rookie wide receiver for the Giants, has been getting worked in slowly but surely. If they end up getting that ass whooped, he's gonna play a lot in the second half because they're just gonna be like throw the young guys out there and let them grow in pains, right? And if that's the case, they're gonna be throwing. He's gonna be playing. He's gonna have a chance to score a touchdown. Okay. The same thing kind of applies to Elijah Mitchell, but on the opposite, in the sense of like if the Niners end up spanging that ass, right, they will not play Christian McCaffrey the whole game. His injury history, it would be extremely irresponsible for them to play him the whole game if they end up spanging that ass. So if the Niners are up by like 2 to 3 touchdowns entering the fourth quarter, I could see Elijah Mitchell getting a large share of the workload. Um, so I think I like this play better than the Jalen Hyatt one, but I think Elijah Mitchell at plus 500 to score a second half touchdown, I freaking love that play. Like a lot. And I think if the game goes how everyone thinks, right? The Niners dominate. They're not, like I said, they're not going to play McCaffrey when they're up by 2 or 3 touchdowns. Mitchell's going to come in. He's going to steal some work. I think this is why the books haven't put up his rushing line yet. They haven't even put him on the alt rushing yards. Cause man, he could just crush that too. So last thing to talk about here, my same game parlay that I kind of like. It is plus 1,300, I believe. If you use the boost, your 50% boost, you can get up to like plus 1,800. Decent little cash out, $10 to 180. So it's 4 legs. It would be Waller over in total receptions. It's at 4.5 right now. I would not play these receptions lines. I would not play these over what I'm telling you right now. If they increase by the time you're watching this video, do not play them. Okay. Waller 4.5. Okay. It's at plus money right now. So that's already the books telling you. But I think we got a good chance. He had things 8 or 10 targets last week. Finally got involved. 6 catches. Daniel Jones loves them, and if they're getting whooped, they're gonna have to throw. So Waller over 4.5 receptions. Debo, Debo over 4.5 receptions. This play, if you're gonna play the same game parlay, I would lock this in sooner than later because this Debo receptions line could go up depending on what happens with Ayuk. I don't think Ayuk has been ruled in or out specifically yet from his injury. So if Ayuk's in, the line's going to stay the same at 4.5. I would still play it. If Ayuk's out, I expect the line to move up to 5.5. I, I don't think I would play it. I don't think I would play it. I would maybe pivot towards somebody like Juwan Jennings. I wonder what his line would be then. Debo rush yards over 14.5 right now. That's a slam spot for me, especially when we're talking about not wanting to give McCaffrey too many carries. Last week, Debo had 5 carries for 36 yards. It takes him one rush to beat this, honestly. Like, he's that nice at running back, too. He could crush this in one rush, 2 rushes. I'm not worried about the Giants' rushing defense, so I think this is also a smash spot there. Debo over 14.5 rushing yards. And then we're going to throw in that San Fran minus 6.5 first half spread. So just a review of the parlay there that we just built. Same game parlay plus 1,300. Is Waller over receptions at 4.5. Debo over receptions at 4.5. Debo over rushing yards at 14.5, and San Fran minus 6.5 first half spread. With that being said, we're going to end this video, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I really do. Thank you so much, past, present, and future viewers. If you haven't already, slide up in the Say Let's Bet Discord. We trying to make some money. We trying to get everybody else to make some money. College football coming up. That's when we rob them and build our bankroll to try and get up on the NFL. So join us. It's a community. It's a family. Thank you for supporting my dream. Thank you for helping me reach my goals. I appreciate y'all so much. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do, which ain't too much. Peace.